Wayne, a really gutsy performance from your boys. How proud are you?
Yeah, I'm really proud of their effort.
What do you like most about it?
They won.
Other than that,
Well, that's the best part I like. So, no.
how did you win?
I think everybody saw what they did. So,
Defence was very good. Seemed to frustrate Penrith.
yeah, no, it was good. We've been building at that, getting better at it.
Based on previous games against Penrith, what kind of adjustments did you bring into tonight, Wayne?
Oh, not a lot really. We're just getting better at what's important in big games, and we've had a pretty good season. So we had a couple of bad moments, but they're behind us now.
And those important things in the game, were they not there previously, or the players are just taking more to that now?
Oh, I think they understand now what beats them and what wins for them. So they're better in that area there. They understand the importance of every play in the game and that, so they did that tonight really well.
How'd you rate your young fullback, Wayne?
Yeah, well, I think he did a tremendous job under. Yeah, leave it at that.
A lot of pressure on him, Wayne, but he dropped one
Well, I
down.
didn't put it on him, I can tell you. So I've got to assume he handled whatever was coming his way. But I think we handled him really well, but more importantly, he handled himself great. So.
What kind of kid is he, Wayne? Is he the kind of kid you felt would be able to get out there and just play a game of football?
Well, we wouldn't have put him out there if we didn't believe in him. Okay, you're not going to do that in a game like this, and we believed in him.
I think Olamataga's hit on Cleary was justified at the end.
I
A
don't know.
penalty.
The line balls, those. I mean, Adam got a couple in the first half.
Wayne, you were vocal during the week about the blocking. Did you think that was better adjudicated tonight?
Well, you say I was vocal. I mean, I didn't start the conversation publicly. Right? I said nothing publicly. This happened 3 weeks ago. I sent some information to the referees for clarification. So I wasn't going public with anything until Penrith started to come out and they started the public statements, and I just responded to those. I wasn't going to sit back and not stand up for my team and my players.
Ivan Cleary just sat in here and said he doesn't think that coaches should be able to say things like that pre-game. You find post-game if you say things that might have an influence over the officiating or the result.
Well, I couldn't agree with him more on that, but that's why I didn't say anything. I never said anything for 3 weeks. We played him 3 weeks ago. He was the one that come out and started mouthing off. So just get that in his right perspective. So if he's critical of himself. But South Sydney had no say whatsoever until he come out and started to talk it all up.
So do you think the refs are being influenced by public manipulation, Wayne?
There's no public manipulation. I saw an incident in a game that I didn't like, okay? And surely it's my right to ask the referees what their interpretation of that is. That's what I did. That's process. And if that's manipulating the game, you're all kidding yourselves. Well, that's manipulating nobody. And if the referees can't handle that, and I'm sure they can, because I'm sure not the only coach has ever questioned some of their decision making. And that's what they're there for. But, keep it in-house. I didn't put it out on the front pages. I never said a word. 3 weeks ago I did it. 3 weeks.
Ivan even said that he thinks they shouldn't be able, coaches have too much influence to ring up and question every decision. And
well, they do it.
Yeah, he said himself as well.
And we should have that right. You can't take that away from us. But the public comment, yeah, I'm a fan of that. But as I said, I didn't start this one.
That's regulation practice, Wayne, to be able to, you talk about common practice you've been around obviously for a little while. Is it regular to talk to the NRL about decisions? How often during the season?
To. Well, it depends. I hardly ever do it these days. When I was a younger coach, I couldn't get off the phone enough times to them. But I had that many losses in the end. I felt punch drunk, so I stopped doing it. But I've done it twice this year. That's all I've done. Okay, and that's what they're there for. They've got to, we know what the rules are. They interpret the rules. Well, if they've got a different slant onto us, I've got to know that. I've got to talk to them about that. And I've got to say the conversations are cordial and no one's carrying on. And I was happy with their response. But I left it there. I didn't tell you people. I wasn't the one that started it.
Who did?
Well, Ivan did, because he came out.
But then who? Why did it leak? You know.
Well, he worked for him. He worked for the referees before he went back into coaching. I've got to assume he's got some mates there still.
That shouldn't be allowed, right? No,
Well, that's not my problem. It's not my department. Okay? Just telling you the background to it.
Wayne,
But I don't know what you're all going on about it for, because it takes away all your headlines. So I wouldn't be writing what you're talking about.
Looking ahead, Wayne, you one
Someone
game
might do something about it, and then you're not going to have the headlines. It was good theatre, wasn't it? No? Got everybody pumped up a little bit? That's what it's about.
Wayne, you're one win away from a grand final. That must feel pretty good as well, considering the ups and downs of this season.
Yeah, I feel pretty good tonight. I just feel good with their effort and what they did. And Penrith's the top team, there's no doubt about that. And we had to stand up to them, we knew that. And you know, from the 50-odd point defeat at Dubbo, it's a real credit to them where they've come. So to be able to turn this around here tonight. Yep.
what value is the week off, Wayne, at this time of year?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Yeah. This time of the season, you know, we gave a lot of players a rest last week, and that worked great for us. And this time of the season, yeah, you're going to start that game in 2 weeks' time. You're just going to be a lot fresher than the team you're playing now. It'll even itself out after 20 minutes or so, but in that first 20-odd minutes, you can get a real advantage. So, yeah, and that's what you play. That's what you want a top 4 position for. You want that opportunity to but you also want that opportunity to go straight to a prelim final and have a week's rest while everybody else is playing footy against each other.
Any injuries or?
No, I think we're pretty good actually. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, and then we know what might be right for next week.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks.